combine that with Highman, you've got these Highman Paladin backed up by a bunch of life spells. You'll rip through the Unhallowed, which is one of the things I love.
Question for you. Oh,
yes,
sorry.
Yes.
So we have from the life domain, we have Good Harvest, right?
Yeah.
And from the Earth domain, we have Fertile Soil, differently named, but ostensibly their effects look similar. What are the differences between them?
The differences are Good Harvest is a temporary spell that gives you a boost, and the mana costs aren't balanced on them. Right now, they've got the same casting cost. Fertile Soil is a maintainable. They stack, first of all.
Oh, okay.
Fertile Soil is a maintainable spell. You cast it and you keep it in place, and Good Harvest is more like it's just a temporary thing where you're blessed by life, and it's going to have a lower casting cost. I think we may go back to it, and we may readdress it. It's one of the ones I'm not sure. It ended up being temporary. Some people might say it's just because I play Life Magic all the time. But I like the idea of reworking it to also be a persistent spell.
Sure.
But where the costs and the bonuses are actually different, but they stack, and that's a big thing. And that's, like I told you, one of my favorite builds right now, at least till Life Mastery gets in. We don't have the Circle Mastery disciplines in yet because we don't have all the spells in.
Yeah.
But right now, I can't get Life Mastery. Okay. So one of my favorite builds is that Life Earth Protection Augmentation setup. And yeah, I put Fertile Soil on my cities just as kind of a standing rule. Gotcha. But mainly to up my production, because I'm very production focused as a player. Okay. And I like to move guys off of farming. I like to get food generation down to as few people as possible, as few citizens as possible. Gotcha. And then when I end up in a pinch where I need some more food, I'll throw I'll throw Good Harvest out there, and it gives me a few turns of extra food. The cost is too high right now. Just like I said, it needs balance. So.
Yeah. I threw an extra point into summoning and got Healer Familiar this time, and
that's good.
Yeah, and I'm immediately researching Raise Mummies, which I feel like is probably going to be an upgraded version of my favorite spell.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I can't, believe it or not, that was the Summoning Circle, which, like I said, it's due to 3D models and animation and the time it takes to get all that put in place. That's why the Summoning Circle is kind of weak right now.
Gotcha.
Because, the summoning spells themselves, it's very simple from a programming point of view. It adds this unit to your army at this cost.
Yeah.
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Right.
Once you created one, the first time we created a summoning spell, that was it. We've got almost all the summoning spells are done. We just got to get the models in. But one of the reasons behind us breaking the spell circles out into these 12 different circles, these 2 sets of 6, was because in Master of Magic, I would play it through on Impossible with several different builds. A lot of these guys don't remember Master Magic, but there was if you chose all life magic, you could get Torin the Chosen, which was this superhero in the game.
Yeah.
And you could beat it on Impossible without it wasn't
without breaking.
And so we try. Really. And so we would try different, more challenging builds. And making a summoner in Master of Magic was almost impossible because you had to pick them based on element. And so you just weren't going to get all the summoning spells in the game. So you couldn't play as a summoner. And that it annoyed me. It felt like a very artificial limitation. And I mean, don't get me wrong, Master of Magic is the timeless classic, and that's what we're trying to live up to.
But every game
that
has
having
its
been
flaws.
said, it was a genuine limitation.
Yeah.
It does. Yeah. It absolutely does. And so, my annoyance with not being able to build a summoner, I was like, okay, well, you should just be able to pick the summoning spells. Sure. And that really gave, led to the idea of the circles. And the reason, by the way, some of you people may be familiar with Ultima, the reason we decided to express them as a number of interlocking circles was because of the Codex of Ultimate Wisdom from Ultima. And I don't know if you've ever played Ultima or not, but
no, I haven't.
The lore behind the symbol of the circles.
Okay.
It's in pretty incredible there as well. But anyway, so we drew inspiration from that. Just from a lore point of view, the idea that these circles interlock to create a certain effect.
Huh.
So,
sorry.
I just saw you cast Unholy Weapon. That was good.
Give me 1 sec. Yeah, I wanted to stack it on the throwaway unit. Somebody complained that the stream has frozen. Is it frozen for everybody? Is it?
It
just?
It was.
Huh? Go ahead.
It's very choppy for me. I'm refreshing.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and the problem
I thought
is
it was me.
The problem is with Skype, like that takes a little bit of bandwidth, and streaming is obviously a huge draw on bandwidth.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Like, attempting to watch my own stream will drop about 3/4 of my frame rate.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I refreshed, and it seems to be okay for me now.
Okay, so if any of you guys have problems after refreshing, let me know. And man, those zombies with Unholy Weapon is just unreal. Like, that was a huge difference.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it?
So,
yeah. I love Unholy Weapon, and some of this stuff is still up for being tweaked. I mean, for instance, Unholy Weapon, we're probably going to make it a little bit more. We're gonna give it bonus damage dice, I think, because it won't affect undead. And so what happens is we can put more power into that spell because there are units that it does affect. You follow me?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
definitely.
And I don't know. I am getting chop again. My
okay.
The stream is a little choppy for me again. I don't know if it is for everybody, but
okay. So real quick, what I'm going to do is, if you could do me a favor, I'm going to hang up the Skype call with you. If you could call me back, I'm pretty sure that will make you the host of the call. And
we will do that thing. So
all right, cool.
I will call you right back.
All right, sounds good. Give us just a sec, guys. Yeah, Random Kitten, it's been going in and out, but I overall I think it's good. Hey, how's it going?
There we go.
Long time no talk. It's been a while.
Absolutely. We need to get on this more often.
Yeah, I know.
Which, by the way, if you ever find yourself wanting to do this again, I will make myself available. We've got an update coming out here soon. When we get the Titans actually put in the game, that's going to be a milestone for us. Yeah, and you definitely might want to take another look when that happens.
I promise you, I will be taking more than one more look. I promise. Specifically, like, I don't want to talk too. I just checked this and then did it again. I'm being silly right now. Specifically, when you get the multiplayer update out, I would love to do something again. Like, that would be really cool.
Yes. Absolutely.
So yeah, I'll be following along and reach out to you guys when you get multiplayer launched, because this is a lot of fun. I've been having a great time.
Yeah. It's I'll tell you that's to me that's one of the signs that we are really doing what we set out to do. I've been involved with this game's development for about almost 3 years now, and you get to a point where really, as a designer, you're looking and you're going, will I ever play this game? I have worked so much on this game. This game is associated with so much pain, so many tears, that am I ever going to be able to play it again? Yeah. And I had reached a point of despair at one. We just had a lot going on right after early access launched and everything. And I thought to myself, I've made this. I've worked very hard to bring this successor to Master Magic to the world, and I'm never going to be able to play it. I'm not. When I see this, all I'm going to think about is work. And no, things have got stabilized, and now I'll be playtesting for specific purposes, and I get caught up with the one more turn addiction, and I'll forget what I'm supposed to be testing because I'm caught up building a bank over here or exploring over there, and I'll have clicked by turn after turn after turn and go, oh man, I have even ended up losing an output log with that I needed for a bug report. Yeah. Because I was tinkering with the game and ended up messing up, getting my output log messed up. And you go, oh my gosh, I forgot I was at work. I was just playing. Yeah. And you go, that is a really good sign that if it can do that to me with as much as I put into this, then it's it's a lot of fun. There's a lot to the game.
So
it's got an immense replayability, which is another real advantage.
Yeah, gotcha. So I really want to focus on user questions here. Ethan asked, on the battlefield, can you summon your armies anywhere on the field, or is it restricted? I actually haven't tried it. I've always, for some reason, I've always summoned them right next to my other guys.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can... you've caught me with my pants down, actually. Okay, here's the thing.
Sure.
It used to be that you could summon them anywhere on the battle board.
Okay.
That's not how it's going to be.
Gotcha.
I don't know if the change has been made or not. Like I said, I've done very little with the summoning spells because I've been focusing on testing other things.
Yeah.
And when I say focus, I mean really a lot of this. I have been playing a destruction sorcerer lord for a couple of weeks now.
Oh, okay.
Because
sure.
you've got to go through, and I start a new game, and I test. There's just a lot of different spells, a lot of different issues where you've got to say, how does this feel? And some of them I just play naturally, like life augmentation. A lot of these I've used a great deal of, just coincidentally. Summoning is something I haven't, and so yes. I know exactly what you mean. Put the zombies right in the enemy's face.
I was about to say you watched my city get sacked and didn't tell me I could just spawn the zombies in front of the enemies.
Yeah, and in the long run, you're not going to be able to do that. There's basically going to be a limited range in which you can summon them, and it's for mechanical reasons. I mean, just brass tacks. At the end of the day, if you initiate an attack and you summon a group. Up amongst a group of archers, and they're going to take attacks of opportunity. Yeah, that's overpowered. Now, on the other hand, there are units that can teleport. If you summon an Efreet, you have to summon him within your area of summonable. But as soon as that Efreet gets to move, he has the teleport ability. Well, he can teleport anywhere on the battlefield, including right amongst those archers, because that's one of his unit abilities.
Now,
and so it's.
Gotcha.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Real Mad Mojo said it looked like there was a special highlighted row to place them in. What we are talking about right now. What we're talking about right now is the units that you get for summoning something from your spell book, not placing your initial.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, just wanted to clarify that.
Yes.
So we got another solar eclipse.
I noticed.
Thought I'd let you know.
I noticed. We're gonna. That's almost certainly going to be talked about in tomorrow's meeting.
Fantastic.
So yeah, I mean it's some. They seem to have been firing off way more frequently than that used to be a fluke occurring. Well, not fluke. I mean, it's supposed to be a rare random event, and I have gotten it the last few times. You started 2 games and gotten it on both of them right here in front of everybody. So we're also thinking about, and this is one of the things where things like this, we welcome community feedback. One of the things I'm thinking about implementing is a safety zone period. Sure. Where you don't get events, or definitely not negative events, or negative events of a certain magnitude within a certain turn range. Yeah.
That's
because some of them are which solar eclipse, believe it or not, it's not nearly as bad as it looks right now. There's a mechanic where the garrison of a city will suppress rebels. Which makes them, far more manageable than they are right now. Yeah. And so, right now, solar eclipse is terrible. It's one of the worst events in the game. But when your garrison suppresses some of those rebels, it won't be nearly as bad. People are unhappy, but you're dealing with it in a different way. So
Now,
I mean, it's.
The one thing I will comment is that early game seems to be the least harmful time to get that event. To be fair,
yes.
To me, it's not as crippling. So, sorry, 1 second. Let me see.
No, well, the thing is.
Sorry, you're breaking up a little bit. Are you still there?
Emma?
Oh.
Yeah, I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, alright, we're back. Sorry about that.
Okay, good. No problem. Yes, I agree. The unrest is actually